Hi class, the main objective in this module is to actually solve systems of equations, which represent equations on the plane or linear equations, and we're finding where these equations happen to actually intersect. Now, before we get to those problems, we need to talk about a little bit in terms of definitions. And the first definition that we need to talk about is solutions to equations. So a solution to an equation is any x or x and y value. In this case, if you look at problem 1, we're referring at x is equal to 1. That happens to satisfy a condition. So the condition that we're looking at here is x plus 1 is equal to 2. So in order to check if this is an actual solution to the equation, we actually evaluate. So let me just rewrite it here as evaluate x is equal to 1 into the given equation. Your given equation is x plus 1 is equal to 2. And technically, I'm going to put parentheses x plus 1 is equal to 2. And then we're simply going to plug in the given x value or y value. In this case, it's just an x, and then see if it satisfies the condition. If it does satisfy, you're going to end up with a true statement. So in this case, for this particular one, we're going to be looking at the value of 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, or 2 is equal to 2. In this case, we would say that, well, because you technically have a true statement, yes, x is equal to 1 is a solution to x plus 1 is equal to 2. So that's the main condition. These x or x and y values have to give you true statements. So they satisfy the condition that it's given. Let's take a look at problem 2. And in problem 2, we're actually given a coordinate point. And that is your equation. So we're going to do the same, take the same steps. In this case, evaluate x comma y, which is equal to 1 comma 1 into x plus y is equal to 2. In this case, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, or 2 is equal to 2, which is actually true. So we would say the same here. Yes, x comma y, which is a coordinate point, 1 comma 1 is a solution to x plus y is equal to 2. So when they're proposing us to check if these values are solutions, we mainly plug them in since we're not using graphing calculators or any other technology. It's all via algebra. Let's take a look at problem 3. And in problem 3, we're given an actual, another coordinate point, in this case, x and y. So we're going to evaluate x comma y, which is equal to 3 comma 3, into, well, in this case, we end up with x plus y is equal to 2, or 3 plus 3 is equal to 2, 6 is equal to 2, and this is false. So because of this false statement, that is sufficient to say no. In this case, x comma y, which is equal to 3 comma 3, is not a solution to x plus y is equal to 2. So for them to be solutions, you expect true statements. So we're looking for true statements on all of these. If you look at problem 2, that was a true statement. And same idea, a true statement. So you're not expecting 2 equals to 2, you just expect some sort of a true statement. So that's actually it for the first set of problems and definitions that deal with solutions to actual equations. We need to move on to the next definition that shows up in this module, and this is with parallel lines. Now, we're going to be looking at parallel lines, and by definition, a parallel line, it's a line that does not intersect to a given equation, and technically it has a different x or y intercept. So the lines have to be different. That's part of the actual definition here. And they want us to find an actual line that's parallel to these. So for example, for the first one, you're just required to have the same slope. So I'll just say x and a different y-intercept. I'll say by +4 will be an example. We'll graph it in a minute. For the second one, we could say y is equal to -x and then also +4. Now, the main objective here is that your lines are not intersecting. So when we talk about the sketches, they already provide us with the sketch of the first one. So let me just copy this line. And then it has to have a y-intercept of 4. So eyeballing it, that's going to be a y-intercept of 4. And then you can see now that these two lines have the same slope, different y-intercept, and they're never going to intersect. The second one, just for simplicity, I picked the same y-intercept, but the slope is negative. So in this case, it's going to go through the values of 4. Once again, these two examples are parallel lines. They're not going to intersect because they technically have the same slope. And by definition, there's two lines or more that technically never intersect. So in this case, we're talking about same slope, different y-intercept. Let's take a look at the next two problems. So for problem C, I'm just going to select y is equal to 10 as an example. And D, let's pick x is equal to, let me pick a negative. Let's say -3. So those two are going to be parallel. And let me graph y is equal to 10. So let me just copy this one, paste it. In this case, y is equal to 10 is going to be up here. Once again, these lines are not going to intersect. For the vertical line, we're talking about -3. So -3, it's about there. I accidentally put a, there we go. So not to scale, but -1, yeah, that's -3. Based on that scale, it looks a little bit different, but no, we're good on that one. Okay, so that's the main idea on parallel lines. Once again, these are lines that are not intersecting on a plane, and for the purpose of this module, they are not going to have solutions because they're not going to be intersecting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me move on to the last definition. And this is the main objective of this section. So you're going to have a system of equations. This means that you're going to be given 2 or more equations. For our systems, all of them are going to have 2 systems, or 2 equations, I mean. So let me just give you examples of equations. So in this case, example 1 will have x plus y is equal to 3, and y is equal to x plus 1. So you're basically given 2 equations, and these equations will represent lines on a plane. Let me give you another one. In this case, x is equal to 7 and y is equal to x plus 1. And here's the main idea on what we're doing in this module. Given these 2 equations, they're all going to represent lines on the plane. And our main objective is to find that coordinate point. So that coordinate point is where they're going to be intersecting. Those will be our solutions. And here's the problems that you could encounter as you're finding those solutions. And the main idea is that you're finding, or we're trying to find, one coordinate point, but within the equations that you're given, in this case, within a system, possibly A or B, and they're going to have different numbers. You could be given lines that are parallel, and those are not going to have a solution. So parallel lines are not going to have a solution. In this case, well, there's no coordinate point where they're intersecting. Or you could be given a system, in this case, equation 1 and equation 2, that turns out to be the same line. In this case, well, if it's the same line, you're going to have an infinite amount of solutions. And then among these definitions, well, we have more. Let me just go to this sketch, which is the most important one. And this is, we're mainly looking for a system of equation that has one solution. So in this case, this will be labeled as consistent and independent because you technically have two different equations and they do happen to have one solution. In this case, the solution is the coordinate point of the intersection. If your system happens to be the same line, in this case, like this one, the proper definition for that one is that it's going to be a consistent and dependent, meaning that you have an infinite amount of solutions. All the coordinate points intersect on a plane. And then the last one, well, this is the no solution. You don't have a solution, and in this case, the system is called inconsistent. There's no coordinate point where they happen to intersect. That's actually it for the main definitions in here. Keep in mind that we're looking for most of the problems on a system of equations that it's going to have a single coordinate point of intersection. That's our main objective, but then the other cases do show up.